Today Gundam, today Gundam, today. Good afternoon. Today we are building a Wandom, and this is a birthday gift I got from my brother back in November, and we are putting this together. And here's the instruction book, and we're going to be going through this pretty quick. And this is going to be fast motion, so I welcome everybody today is coming into view. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And use some imagination. It could be pretty long within these builds, and this is why it's fast motioned. And I just got to make sure we got all the parts and everything that I'm going to need. It looks good so far. When I received this, I was hoping to get the Wandom from Turn A Gundam, which is really rare to find here in America. I'm not surprised if they do launch one that will come here one day soon. So I got the Build Divers Wodom, is what I have. Turn A Gundam is one of the amazing movies I enjoyed watching. The art, the detail, the stuff that popped within it, more of a World War II era, or like they were rebuilding for what was lost over the war. It was pretty interesting how they did that. But the thing is, the movie, it was more like another Gundam universe way that was, but something like a lost period where everything was destroyed from the wars, and they start how human nature, where we have to start over when something like that happens, you know. But you have to use your imagination when it comes to certain series like that. Gundam does a really great job, you know. And Requiem really got some hashtag stuff going with it when it was launched on Netflix. Now, you guys, if I don't know what you guys thought about it, but yeah, the Zaku side of the story didn't really tell the story correctly because the 1 Year War and all these other things. And I know when it comes to a Gundam series, it has its own set of stories. But Netflix has that thing where they kind of mess things up a little bit, even though they do a really good job. The graphics are really good and everything, but that's what the fans were really upset. It was the Zeon side of the story. It could have been a lot stronger. Not even just that, by the end of it, when they killed the Gundam, it should have been like the ending right there, but they intend to do a little more to the series now. I don't know how that's going to work out. And so what do you think about Requiem, everybody? That's what I say, because I think it was pretty fair. It was fair. It was good. And for Netflix, that was pretty good. Because if you look at Netflix, how they do a lot of their movies, they have to write their own scenario within that. So, and I've almost got this part in. Well, the new Gundam series, GQX, is coming out. And the GQX, which I think is really cool. It looks like a combination of mobile suits together. It mostly reminds me of Barbatos more than anything else, with a new unique head, and several great artists came together, including so it's just amazing for how that is. That's all I'm going to really say. I can't wait to see how it is. So with all these great artists and developers and everything at it, it's going to be really interesting. Two different merged companies. That's really going to be mind-blowing. Now, speaking of the Witch of the Left of the West, I know you guys all watched Witch of Mercury, which it was pretty good. It was decent, but some of the stuff, Gundam usually would leave a mystery, especially when it's like an instant death. Did the person really die or not? But the tomato splat fun hand was just so memed over the time. I think it was last year and the year before when it was out and about. But I liked the Witch of Mercury. It was really good. It was fair. It was a good story, but I feel like it had some missing potentials in certain parts of the story, and they did a really good job, but they have tried some continuation. I put a flap there as I'm pointing at, so I could actually open my Wandom hood, so yay. But we got some more parts here to do, like the legs, and arms, so we'll work on that as well. But I think Witch of Mercury was a fair outcome. I liked Battle Log from the Breaker series. It was really good. I'm an MA8 team fan. I am a Gundam Double X fan out of them all. The RX-78 was the one I grew up with because it was the first series with Gundam. I never got to see Zeta until the way 2000s. Gundam Wing was one of my first ones that came to America. And, you know, a lot of the mech series that came to America back in the day, there were mysteries. We didn't really get to see much of the titles half the time, especially where I was living. So it would come on, you'd be missing half the show or a small glimpse of it, and I was like, "Oh, cool!" And then you wouldn't know what it was. And then I didn't find out what Gundam was until the early 2000s on Cartoon Network's Toonami, and that's when it really came in. My first series was Gundam Wing. Of course, it was really announced to America properly compared to back in the day. It was just more of a quick glimpse at it, more. Um, but when it came to Cartoon Network and Toonami, I was able to see and know what it was about. I just love building the mobile suits, and also my biggest thing is my brother's really big into. He has more than I ever imagined. I try to keep it limited because it's called space rooming, depending on how much you can hold within a household. So, well, GBO2 is getting some more updates for it, and it's gonna get a lot more love for this year. So we'll be seeing a lot more stuff come to the game. I would love to see more areas you go to and have different connections between game style, different gameplays, more than one way, and things that could actually have good potential with the game to coming on GBO2. There's a lot of us GBO2 players out there. I've been playing Breakers 4 a lot. As well, there's tons of GBO games, Gundam Operation games. There's tons of them, even single player than multiplayer. Besides Gundam Operations 1, there's whole mess of different versions of it. So this is interesting to know when a lot of people, think, well, there's just GBO 1 and GBO 2. Where's GBO 1? We've never seen it that much, but there's GBO 2. Well, GBO 1 was on PlayStation 3 for what I know, and as well GBO 2 is on PlayStation 4 and 5. So, and there's a lot of Gundam Operation stuff all the way from way back to the very first PlayStation and Xbox, and also on a couple other consoles over in Japan. So, yep, very cool. Very rare to find some of them here in America, but if you go to Japan, you probably see a lot more than what there is here. But anyways, I wanted to play the Gundam Pod arcade, and there has been a few newer arcade games put into Japan yet, but I am hoping to go see some of this stuff, amazing things. So any retro games that you guys might have seen or have played, and things that might even got your attention, especially of Gundam, or any mecha like Macross City, which is Robotech. Really cool games. Let me know, and I will probably review them on my gaming channel, or even talk about them a little bit more here. I almost got this baby complete, guys. I almost got it complete. It's so good. It's feeling good. So, yeah, that's one of the things for the week. And plus, I'm working on stop motion on my animation channel, and those videos probably won't be up until summertime. Besides, my watch is telling me it's 3 o'clock right now during this pre-recording as we build this Wandom. So that's what's one thing as well to put on the side of that. Oh, Gundam Silver. Have you guys ever played the Gundam Metaverse of Gundam Silver yet? It's pretty interesting. I couldn't even get it to work. I had to refund it to a point. I think it was more to my computer and the visor I had, so I don't know which might have been the case. I wanted to play that one so bad. The animations look so good for, just for the metaverse. I said, oh, this is pretty good. There's a lot of games that are crossovered, not from Gundam, but just for working on other consoles and stuff. I hope to see maybe it be part of a PlayStation style game. You just have fun within it, kind of like Crossrays when it was on Steam and then it was on consoles afterwards. I would love to see that with Silver, Phantom Silver, from the Metaverse. But then I haven't heard much about Gundam Metaverse. It's out there, and Gundam Metaverse is supposed to bring all the Gundam games, all the Gundam stuff together. I guess it's kind of a planned thing because it looks like they were doing it with Dragon Ball Z and Jump Force, trying to do stuff like that, just like Gundam. Because Jump Force reminds me of Gundam Operations for the style from the real engine, how they did it. So this is an interesting topic. But I am working on a lot of animations for this year. So you'll be seeing a lot more. I'm even working on a Gundam animation I've been working on for 2 years already. I don't know if I want to, continue. I haven't recorded it, but this is all under the table. And there's a lot of things companies are doing nowadays that are very strict how things are operated, and it's easy to get in trouble with things and stuff. So I try to be careful what's going on. Anyways, besides all the Who Hub, yeah, I might probably talk more of this stuff about what's going on and the projects that I'm working on my Creative Dream Live Radio. You can find it at the Zimion's Global Concerns YouTube. You can go into my channel here and look at the bottom, and you can link into that right there. And there's a playlist of my radio shows, or you can find my radio show if it's been recently updated. I will bring those topics, the projects I'm working on, and it's such a big thing. I'm a third party to Bandai Namco as a seller, and I love Gundam. Sunrise does such amazing work. They're one of my most favorite companies, and in my gaming channels, just for fandom and stuff, it's just me having fun, enjoying people's creations, and it takes a lot of work and responsibilities with these great developers, and there's a lot of rule in hand, but there's so much topic. We got to talk about this another time. I hope you enjoy my Wandom build. Wandams are awesome, I think. It's just as much as the Gundams and the gyms, you gotta have a Wandom in your hand. It's amazing, man. I'm just decorator with some shiny reflection jewelry and stuff, and hopefully it can be amazing. I think it looks good. It's looking good. I give it some nice shiny spots. I got an eye in it, so it kind of looks back at you. I made sure I got these sequences, and it makes it look really nice. But this is pretty much it. Enjoy my Wandom. Hey, we'll talk next time. Hit a like and subscribe. My Wandom is going to display its wonderful glory. And subscribe if you haven't. And I hope we can all talk in the next tech build.
Subscribe if you haven't yet. If you haven't, hit that thumbs up and enjoy the video. This mech will come knocking at your door. Enjoy at the Zimion's Global Concern Retro Tab.